Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to do the Friday forecast a day early. It's Nebraska and Iowa in the Heroes game. Sean, man, quarterback situation for yet another week up in the air for Nebraska. Nobody knows how this thing's going to play out, right?
Yeah, as you look at this week for Nebraska, we think Tommy Armstrong is going to be okay and could probably play. We think Riker Fife's wrists will be able to possibly be used, and we know Zach Darlington's there. And it's a lot of we thinks, and we won't know until game time. And it's one of those things, I think, until you turn Tommy Armstrong loose at 100% speed, which is not going to happen during this shortened week of practice, I think there are just a lot of unknowns going into Iowa City here on Friday.
You mentioned to Mike Riley on Monday how important the run game and the battle for control of the line of scrimmage will be on Friday in Iowa City.
Yeah, I look at this game, Andy, as two teams that are good at stopping the run and that want to be kind of the first team to about 200 yards rushing. And whoever can kind of control those areas, they're going to win this game. I mean, it's going to be kind of the battle of 3rd and 6s, too. I think you're going to get a lot of these 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7s. Who's going to have those, quote, curveballs, as Mike Riley said, to convert bigger plays in those moments that could possibly keep a drive alive and allow a field goal or a scoring opportunity.
And what an opportunity for the black shirts. Kevin Maurice saying Monday, hey, if they don't score, they don't win, and that's nice to hear.
Yeah, and I think when you look at Iowa, this is a great matchup for Nebraska. The last 2 weeks, the Huskers have held Minnesota and Maryland to two of their worst games on the ground, and these were two of the top 5 rushing offenses in the Big Ten. They ran the ball better than Iowa. So I think that's very promising for the Huskers going into this game because Iowa's not a dual-threat quarterback. They're not a spread. They are just, as Josh Football, what did he call it?
Yeah, he said real football.
Real football.
Rather than basketball on ground. They play real football in Iowa. They play real football in Wisconsin.
And Mark Banker is better against real football.
Absolutely.
This defense plays better against teams like this.
And what do you think about the notion that Nebraska has more to play for since the option of, or maybe the staying in contention for a Big Ten West title is there for Nebraska? It's not there for Iowa.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, there could be a 4-way tie, but
a 4-way tie, Wisconsin goes.
Yeah, Iowa would be out anyway. So, yeah, there is a lot for Nebraska still to play for. It's weird, though. I think Husker fans are savvy enough to know that Minnesota beating Wisconsin is still a long shot. Mm-hmm. So there aren't a lot of people talking about Indianapolis because they got to get through Iowa City first. And then you got to get home on Saturday at 2:30 and watch Minnesota-Wisconsin and hope for a 2-touchdown underdog to score against one of the nation's best defenses.
Oh, and by the way, that team hasn't beaten Wisconsin in 12 tries.
How would you know?
Who knows? And finally, this is all the makings of a 10-7. 10-6, maybe 13-10 game, doesn't it? How do you see this playing out?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've never been to Iowa City when the sun's been out.
Well, it's been out, but the wind's been blowing and you've been freezing.
I've never been there. I can still remember our classic pregame show when our former colleague Todd Andrews' hair was spiked up in the wind. Anyway, I've never been there when it's been just a picturesque football day, and this will be one of the better ones we've had, and it's going to be low to mid-40s. So you're right. It's going to be an ugly Big Ten street fight. Whose defense, whose offensive line, whose running game wants it, who's going to get those critical conversions, and who's going to get the turnovers. I think what team wins that turnover battle, because these two teams don't turn the ball over a lot, that's going to really be what it comes down to.
It's going to be fun. The Heroes game is a 2:30 kickoff. It's Nebraska and Iowa. Game is shown nationally on ABC, locally in Omaha on KETV.